Espérate, 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 espérate. Va a empezar con Ansu Fati. Voy a coger a este. Y Lewandowski. Y... Oh, oh. Ansu Fati. Vamos a ver. Hmm. Exacto. En esa fue que tengo a la llama. No tengo ya me llama en esa. Ya me está esperando el chico. Vamos a ver. Ok, avanzar también. Luego voy a Tactic, instrucciones. Marcaje estrecho. Hurricane. Luego va a dar falso 9 a el Leo Messi. Bueno, Leo Messi. Vamos a llamarlo Messi. Vamos a ver.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, what a mistake! Shot a goal!
Vamos.
Marvelous goal!
No te equivoques delante de Lewandowski. No te equivoques delante de Lewandowski.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Yamal. Kane showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Well read, nice interception. And he's intervened well there. That looks a good ball through. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's a key interception. And that could set him on his way. Lewandowski! Barcelona leading here thanks to Pedri! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And here's Lewandowski. That is good alertness. Engages and forces him off the ball. Aim forwards. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Defending was strong and firm. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. Robertson. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. There's the shot!
¿Qué?
It's
Oh
in!
my goodness.
Barcelona are back in business. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
That's an excellent interception. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Palmer. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. That's been cut out. Well played. Ruben Neves. Palmer.
Ay,
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Yamal. That is a great pick out. And that's a foul. A simple
me
decision.
encanta
for the
la
referee.
F25 de PC2.
Well, you might think he got
Uy.
off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
¿Tienes el PC2?
Koundé played back into the centre. And Caicedo. Oh, robust challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vitinha is wide and looking to get onto this. Kane gets flagged offside. Palmer. Now it's Messi.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Caicedo calmly anticipates. Donnarumma. Vitinha. He's found the way through.
Yeah.
Vitinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's shifting through the gears here. And the
Ay,
ball is
Dios
out of play.
mío.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement.
¿Qué? ¿Cómo llegó? Damn.
Be the last
Voy a
act
hacer
of the
cambios.
first half. Barcelona head back in
Dale
at the break
cambios,
after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure. neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each.
Cambio de jugadores.
So we're into the second 45. Vinicius Junior. And he cuts out the supply. Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in
¿Qué? ¿Por qué a
personnel.
mí me
We'll
pitan
see if the
falta?
system changes
Y
with it.
amarilla.
And he is going into that little black book. Palmer does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And here's Kane. Palmer. Oh, that's a foul.
¿Qué?
The whistle's gone. Well, that's a booking. Always
¿Otra
looks in.
vez?
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then. Yeah, and a heart-and-mouth time for the culprit, who may well regret his transgression.
And it's great chance. Now it's Pedri. Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this.
Mira que nadie era el gol.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played, well played. That's an errant pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Palmer tries to crash through the challenge, but
Mira que
no.
la-
Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Has a goal!
Damn! Why? Por Dios.
They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Es increíble.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona go into the
A mí
lead.
nunca me pitan falta.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's got away. And it's the goalkeepers to claim.
¿Qué pasó?
That's offside. Yes, it is.
Offside.
And back to the goalkeeper. Donnarumma sends that a long way. Vinicius Junior.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
It's Kane!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Spread neatly. Koundé cuts out the pass. Yamal!
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Caicedo. Now that's well seen too. Great ball if he can get there. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, smashing header!
Vamos.
Taken with style. They've done it again. It is
Eso no
incredible.
jugando
I can watch
naturalmente.
this every week, Peter. Talk about strength
Eso
of
no creo
character.
que haya hecho.
Wonderful.
No te...
An act of charity
No tiene nada
gratefully
que ver, bro.
received. So all square and not for the first time.
Barcelona.
He's got the shot away.
Ay, ¿qué?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game
¿Por qué?
could yet yield a winner.
Now then, the ball's come loose. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Palmer. And the shot!
¡Oh!
He's following up.
No puede ser.
Kane, how good are you? And that may just do it. And that will
Joder,
surely go down as
¿qué
one of the
decir?
easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his
Yeah.
talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And yes, it's him again. He's had a hit. Good
Ah,
run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
He's played him through. Can he finish? They've done it. Time
Vamos.
minutes, and we're all square again.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay,
¿Qué?
there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question we'll
Oh.
have it back in.
And the
Eso
assistant
era,
referee
chicos,
rightly
eso
gives
era.
him offside.
Eso era, eso era.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Ah,
And that is it. The
un
referee
empate.
has seen enough. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all.
Un empate 3-3. A ver. Quedan 6 partidos. A ver si puedo subir. Vamos, guys. Esa, si lo gano, estará a 7 puntos. O sea, hay que ganar. Hay que jugar rudo este partido. Yo creo que así. De Guatemala es el chico, ¿eh? Ok, vamos a ver. Vamos a buscar instrucciones iguales. Marca de defensa, marca de estrecho. A los delanteros. Y a Leo Messi hay que marcarlo. Vamos a ver. Lionel. ¿No? Quitó a Leo Messi. No es Frank Ribery, ¿eh? Bueno. No está tan mal tampoco.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack.
Vamos a ver.
Really is
Ya
quite
empezó
a
el
sight to
partido.
behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Es para ti, portero.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Nice. Nice.
He's intervened well there. Caicedo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Chance here to counter. Spread neatly.
¿Qué?
Hernandez gets it away.
¡Qué despeje! Tenía que despejar así. No, hombre. A ver.
Oh, what a climb!
¿Quién
Just couldn't
fue?
turn it in.
No, that was a slick
Ansu
move, and there
Fati
were
al
several
palo,
options
Ansu
in the
Fati.
box to pick out.
Vamos a ver ahora. Vamos a ver. Aquí lo hace en largo. Yo voy a
Just
marcar.
eases him off the ball. Vitinha and the finish.
¡Vamos! Así se juega, chicos. Así se juega, ¿eh?
Yeah,
Vitinha.
I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Vamos a ver.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they've got rid. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's picked his way through. And the header!
¿Qué?
No,
Había
he
que
didn't
bajarlo
quite
porque
beat
es-
it right.
Well, he
Pensaba
did
que
get
iba-
himself
que
into a
iba
good position. Something
hacer
for
una-
him to cling to.
Now it's Neymar. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Lewandowski.
¿Por qué esos despejes, muchacho?
Climbs up big. Oh, that was
Ah.
a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And he's been shifted off it. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Barcelona are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. And he's picked out the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Very nearly half an hour gone here. That's good running with the ball. Beckham. This is promising. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Olise. Vitinha. He's shifting through the gears here. Lewandowski! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Vitinha. Olise.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And back to the goalkeeper. Van Dijk. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's Cristiano Ronaldo! Yes, it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Bellingham! Bellingham! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with the corner, they're first.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Neymar. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Beckham is offering a wry smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. It's a good foot in there. And the first 45 minutes are up. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona get the ball rolling for the second period. Beckham puts his foot on the gas. Caicedo concedes a free kick for that. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. It's just beyond his reach. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Pedri. Pass is just off target. And he's there to belt it away. Played back in, and he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. That pass has been well intercepted. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now that's well seen too. That is good alertness. And he thumps it clear. Mbappe might just make this. And Smartly reclaimed. Pedri. And a header! There it is! Great header, made it look easy.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Marcó en el minuto 56.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
El dorsal 21.
Barcelona take the lead.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he welcomes it in.
Pero ¿cuánto tiempo tiene el tío Chile ya?
Yamal looks to get on the end of this. And he's there to retrieve it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's a pretty loose pass. Vinicius Junior. Carvajal wins the duel this time. Good spot, he's seen the run. Cross flung in towards the middle. Neymar, and he was quick to react. He's gone forward. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Beckenbauer is there to clear. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Good effort from distance. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. No, that's been intercepted. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Caught offside that time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8.
Madrid are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
El dorsal
He's
14.
hit it long, but
Serán
astray.
sustituidos por el dorsal 17, el dorsal 24, el dorsal 22,
Well
el
played. That
dorsal
has
15.
snuffed out the danger. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now he's off and running. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mohamed Salah has it out wide and in space. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Kane really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Mohamed Salah, brilliantly cut out. Vinicius Junior is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
All hands on deck for this one.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Has a look and has a go. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Gets his head to it. No, not the best of headers. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Spread out to the left, Neymar.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Donnarumma catches it safely.
Sí, sería como un viaje de 3 días. Así.
They're back on the ball again. And it's Neymar. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Well, that looks a decent ball. Beckham. And Beckham! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right...
Sí, que es una visa de, ¿cómo se llama? Summer, algo así. Una de verano. Es como un trabajo de verano. Oh. Es como... Yo creo que él no va a tener un trabajo de full time porque él no, por el tipo de verano, no califica para un trabajo de full time. Porque un trabajo de... creo que él no califica para un trabajo de full time. Trabajar en un solo trabajo como 4 horas, como 40 horas a la semana. Trabajo 8 horas al día. Está bien. Es como que eso trabajo. De 4 de la tarde hasta las 5. Sí, aquí es así. Pero la gente le dan alojamiento, ¿verdad? Ahí tiene que pagarlo. Para poder alquilar la casa. Sí. No, pero... Sí, trae que yo... bueno, yo tengo un viaje. Sí.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Now that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Great chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Suarez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Foot in. Ansu Fati. He won't be happy with that one. Pedri. And back in Lewandowski! Lewandowski unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Lewandowski. And they've got rid. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard getting this one clear. Hernandez. Sarri. Pedri calmly anticipates. And now they can clear their lines. That's cleared. Vitinha. Barcelona are behind here despite their domination of possession. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And they're back on the ball again. And the pass is intercepted. Van Dijk. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And there's green grass ahead of him. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lewandowski. Now the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Veron gets it clear. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Hernandez is off. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Hernandez cuts out the pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckenbauer cuts it out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Olise. Danger averted for now. Nicked it back promptly. Caicedo. It's Pedri. Now it's Ansu Fati. Alexander-Arnold carries the ball down the right. Hernandez. Ansu Fati. And here's Lewandowski.
And he was alert to it. Ball's gone out of play.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Ansu Fati. Luis Suarez. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And reclaimed it in a trice. Half-time getting close now. Ansu Fati.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, they've got it again. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Ribery. Pass somewhat off target. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, that he's had a shot! In he goes again! And the first half is done. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11 será reemplazado por el dorsal 8.
Here's the start of the second half.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Mbappe. Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well,
Tries a shot! Vitinha is looking to set free a runner. Olise, he's found a way through.
Barcelona making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind from back to front, and this is something different.
Nicely worked. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's going to go a long way. He is through here. Pullet. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Pullet! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Bullet can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Boca Juniors with the corner, there first. And a header! No, not the best of headers. Barcelona still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Vitinha, Alexander-Arnold, Olise, excellent challenge there, uncompromising, and he's managed to get rid. No, again there's no way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Hernandez spots it and intercepts. And it's Sané. Olise is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's well spotted. Aim forwards. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Nice ball, and he might be in here.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get...
Oh no, what has happened here? He's shifting through the gears here. And Hullet! That was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Good looking ball. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Olise. He's had it taken off him. Cannavaro tries to clear. Veron. Well-timed, excellent interception. Messi. Hullet. He's in plenty of space here. It's a mighty effort! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Hernandez. Caicedo.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Veron is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Maldini gets rid without sophistication. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Messi. And he's away. He's found... And the finish! Really well taken goal. 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Boca Juniors are sitting... Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Out to the right, and that is a little undercooked. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, there's a probing ball. That pass has been well intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Veron. Now it's Messi. He's got away. And he's managed to get free. And that will be it. Oh, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and...
Sí. Sí. No, tienes razón. Sí, así es. Ah, sí, es el pastor, sí. Ay, Dios mío. No, está bien, gracias por la llamada. Sí, cuídate mucho. Saludame a la suegra. A la señora Alexi. Ah, sí. Ujú. ¿Cómo que dijiste? Ujú. Ah, pero usted tiene duda, ¿no? Tú usted es mi suegra, su mi suegro. ¿Eh? No, es que usted es mi suegro. Que ya eso es de futuro, ya eso está, es un hecho ya. No, segurísimo, estoy 1000% seguro que usted lo es. No, es que usted lo es. No tengo. No tengo otros planes que no sea con Débora, ¿sabes? Débora está incluido en todo lo que estamos haciendo, trabajando y todo eso. Sí, es algo que estoy seguro. O sea, yo digo a ella, pase lo que pase, que, que eso se va a dar. Está bien, igualmente. Chicos, estoy perdiendo, ¿eh? Perdone. Chicos, estoy perdiendo. Hola, hola Jessica, ¿cómo estás? Hola Jessica Pasquier.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus.
¿Me escuchan? Vamos.
So it's down to business here.
Ay, Dios mío. Let's go.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now that's well seen too. Driving forward. Olise.
¿Qué? ¿Por qué se lo da a Ulisei?
And that could set him on his way. He's got the shot away.
Debe ser una bendita broma
Listen,
eso.
the big names earn their
Debe ser
reputations
una
for
broma
precisely the
eso.
reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And he was quick to react.
That's positional gold, the utilization of space.
Estaba fuera de
And
juego Mbappé,
he's straight
¿no?
offside.
Noté.
Aim forwards.
No voy a
And he's
llegar,
picked
no
out the
voy a
run.
llegar.
Cucurella. It'll be a throw-in. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Snyder! And it's come back out to him. Really well taken goal. Hot
¿Qué
knife
hago
through
ahora?
butter. They have done it
Todos los
again.
partidos.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Persepolis are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Caicedo. Vitinha. He's looking to... It's Lewandowski! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Ansu Fati! And that is
Vaya,
wildly
thank
off
you, bro.
target.
Ansu Fati simply had to find something instinctive because of the unexpected way the ball came loose.
Oh, that's fabulous. That has been cut short. Chance here to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Snyder.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Koundé with the foul.
¿Qué haces, Koundé?
It's just beyond his reach. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Ay, Dios.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Mbappe! Oh, it's come loose. Referee's given a throw.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. Decent chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Skillfully cut out.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
so at ease on the ball. Barcelona are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Koundé.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Pedri. Nice interception, well timed. And he's there to belt it away. Alexander-Arnold. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Schneider. And Rafinha. Looking for the runner. Rafinha providing an outlet on that flank. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And that's been won straight back. Picked out brilliantly. And now the breakaway. Pass somewhat off target. Out of play for a throw. Vitinha. Oh, it's a sweet ball that. Played into space out wide. He's onside. Oh, he's going to be pulled
Era
back for that
penal,
one.
Well, they're struggling to
Fuera.
cope with a pacey dribble
Yo
because
pensé que
they've
era
not been
dentro,
at it
bro.
as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. They're taking a moment to consider their options. There's the hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Do I really
No era
need to
así,
tell
¿no?
you, Peter, that he has to do better,
Es que me
especially
equivoqué.
from there?
Caicedo picks it up from the goal kick.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Cucurella. Well, that's an inviting ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Moved on forwards. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Driving on and making good progress. Ansu Fati. Bernardo Silva. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that'll be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Support for our World Charity Fund.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C, levelling the score.
Yamal! Oh, taken with style. And just like that, he's into double figures now.
Estoy perdiendo 2-0, 2-1 ahora.
All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Great defending, strong and determined. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Caicedo. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Ansu Fati.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Koundé did just about enough to come out on top. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bernardo Silva. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Schneider. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's in on goal. He's had a hit!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's intervened well there. Pedri. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! It's in! Barcelona are back in business. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
Number 8, Kylian Mbappe.
¿Quieres que
This
remonte el
has
partido?
become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
Hits one! He's been side down. Is that a penalty?
Penalty.
The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Ah, si fuera, eh.
Van Dijk did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Schneider taking charge of the dead ball. So, to pass or to shoot? That is his question. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Ay, venía de fuera de
Presumably
juego.
for offside. Not the most accurate pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Ansu Fati. Hernandez has it out wide and in space. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's in plenty of space here. Foot in. Schneider. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Yamal chasing after it. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Don't you you just love the level of intensity here. Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Ansu Fati. Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. Oh, good-looking ball. Mbappe. Hernandez makes the interception. Ansu Fati. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Yamal. Number 4, Rafinha. Number 14,
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Number 22, Schneider. Number 51, William Pacho. Coming on the field,
Donnarumma
number
can claim
10,
that.
Messi. Number 15, Neymar.
They want to be quick here.
Number
It's breakaway
18,
time.
Cristiano
He's
Ronaldo.
shifting through the gears here. And the finish! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
Footballing width usually identifies with
Real chance!
¿Qué?
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
¿Qué hace
really
Vinicius?
anticipated that well, didn't he? Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
¿Qué?
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Messi. And there's green grass ahead of him. Vinicius Junior.
4 added minutes has been
Oh,
indicated.
that's a fine interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Ojalá que eso sea gol, ¿eh?
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior!
Equina,
He was
Vinicius.
certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss. Caicedo is there, and he can pick it up. 4 extra minutes added on. And the shot!
Oh,
That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked
Dang,
sharp there, didn't he?
guys.
That's very well played. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. Well timed, excellent interception. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
otro
So it
empate.
is something for both, but ideal for neither.
¿Cuántos empates tengo? A ver. 1, 2, 3 empates. 6. Me quedas 9 puntos por jugar. Dame un segundo, guys. Ay, chat. Guys. No puede ser que el pelo, cada parte. Sin piedad, guys. Sin piedad, sin piedad. Sin piedad.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
No va a llegar.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Shapes to shoot! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for
Es
precisely
increíble,
the reason
chicos.
we just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are,
Es
early
increíble
stages.
que esto
He
pase,
struck
¿eh?
one, and he looks hungry for more.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Menu. Looking for the runner. Now it's Lewandowski. He's there's the hit!
¡Vamos!
And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favors the brave, and we've just
Con
seen an
baile
example.
incluido, ¿eh?
This team has real personality and character. Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a
Oh.
side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And we have our very first corner. Menu gets it away. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a key interception. Pedri is looking to set free a runner.
That's just playing it safe and simple. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a cracking ball. Tries a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing
Casi,
with it.
casi.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And that could set him on. Has a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he's in on goal. He's got the shot away.
¿Qué?
Quick to recover this. Fiddles it through. And they've switched it over to the other side. And that is as far as they're going to go. Menu. Neymar. It's a sweep. And a shot! Goal! And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Esa no.
And he's
Disparate.
done it again. He's got his second. Chelsea get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And the ball's come loose here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's had a hit. Really well taken goal. A
Por no
quite
atacar la pelota a
incredible
tiempo.
spell. They are flying.
Es increíble que esto
No
pase.
space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
No
Well,
hagas
he
un-
had to
no
deal
hagas un
with an
cambio.
awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
El dorsal 8.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Mbappe! And he's had it nicked away. Kvaratskhelia. It's a pretty loose pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, that's well spotted. Barcelona have run the changes already. They could, of course,
Pero ¿por
make
qué no veo la
further
pantalla
alterations at
completa?
half-time. That'll
Es
be a throw-in.
increíble, ya ves.
Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Haaland. Haaland is flagged offside.
Es increíble. Hola, Hernández, ¿cómo estás?
Pass just lacking in accuracy. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense, and he cuts out the supply. Chance to shoot now! And that has sent him sprawling. No way through.
¿Qué?
And it's Neymar. Threads one in. Well timed, excellent interception. Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
¿Cómo?
The header, but again the same outcome.
Barcelona are literally using their heads with some very good service, but it's time for someone to add authority.
This possibly the last play of the half. And that was very necessary. And we hit half-time.
Esa es una broma que estoy perdiendo este partido. Dame ¿qué me preguntó Hernández?
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores
En Fortnite.
que pueden disfrutar
Sí, yo tengo Fortnite, pero no.
en la emisora
Casi no juego
oficial del
Fortnite.
equipo.
¿Tú lo juegas?
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14 será sustituido por
And the action is back on the way.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Leveling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Chelsea were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a little off target. Throw it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now this could... Now the finish! It's a loose ball. That's a decent clearance. Neymar. Kvaratskhelia. And the pass is intercepted.
¿Qué?
Quite make it. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this.
asciende a 97.559
Menu.
espectadores.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's beaten. Shot a goal!
Ay, por Dios.
And he has
Bien,
kept it
gracias a
out
Dios.
somehow.
Bien, gracias. ¿Y
Really
tú?
looked sharp there, didn't he? That's
¿Cómo
very
estás?
well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Decent hit!
¡Oh!
And a terrific save from
No,
the
no, no. Ese partido
That's very, very
ni
good.
ganarlo
Can't
debo
ask for much
pensar.
more
No,
than that.
no lo voy a ganar, en verdad. No lo voy... Ni siquiera voy a acercar.
And he's managed to get rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Menu. And Hakimi. That's a nicely measured pass. Van Dijk with a fine tackle. Well, That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Not the most accurate pass. Kvaratskhelia has it out wide and in space. Yamal, he's through here. Oh, shooting chance!
¿Te das cuenta?
And that's caused a worry or two.
Ay, no
That's a
puede
little
ser.
unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Ay, Dios mío, no puede ser.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Hakimi. Mainu. That's been cut out, well played. Alexander-Arnold charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gently done. Kvaratskhelia. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed
No
its journey.
puede ser.
Now it's Mbappe. He's had a shot!
Y nada más sube y me mete gol y falla como 5, ¿eh?
And the lead is extended still
Es
further.
increíble, guys.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So now the difference is 3. Mbappe! Now who's going to be first to this? And they've got rid.
Hola, Salmi.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Adams. Vitinha. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's the chance to counter. He's got away. Mbappe.
Oh, great feat that.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Neymar. Kvaratskhelia. And the flag has stayed down. Puts in a cross. Yamal. Mbappe chasing after it. Mainu. Good effort from distance. Keeper's got his work done.
Sí, Salmi. Débora Kichi.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Haaland! That's a smartly directed ball. And that is that. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here. Simply having no
¿Cuál
answer to a
excusa ahora?
display that was stunning.
O sea, yo voy a buscar la forma de salvar la categoría porque tira 6 puntos. Yo voy a ganar los 2 partidos que queda para poder. La men no. Anda. Empieza a titular. Vamos a ver ahora. Estilo de juego, posesión, individuales, estrecho, vamos a ver. Acá. And click.
Well, it is one of those days in football that rarely disappoints, the intertwining plots and subplots which mess with our heads. One of the most dreaded days, of course, the fight against relegation, and it all rests on the outcome of 90 minutes of football to which we are all about to bear witness. The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be, a ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. Just joining us, we are already underway. Barcelona cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. That's a throw.
Juegas de ellos. No entendí.
Great ball if he can get there. He gets big. Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. There's the shot.
Vamos.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods.
Vamos.
That was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
It's going to be another throw. Always onto this. Chance! He's got a goal!
Vamos.
And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Let's go, boy.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Marquinhos clears. And he's there to retrieve it.
¿Qué?
That's headed upfield. He's got away. Vitinha goes in for the header.
Ay, Dios, ay, Dios,
Oh,
ay,
nearly,
Dios, ay,
but
Dios.
nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
He's going to be disappointed with that. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Es su juego.
Moved on forwards. Oh, easy pickings there. That has been slung wide. And it's played forward. And no, that was never going to make it. Modric. Neuer chooses to deal with it himself. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he can clear it away. A That's a throw. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep. He'll try from distance. He's through here.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And he's gone looking for safety.
Might want to be careful there.
Pedri. Pedri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Pass somewhat off target. Pedri. Yamal looking understandably energised after his goal. Neuer is there to take. McAllister. Yamal.
Jamal.
The message is clear, none shall pass. That's a
Ay,
shade
no era,
optimistic.
no era.
Modric. That's good running with the ball. Barcelona heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's managed to get rid. Cleared without complication. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Now that's well seen too. Mbappe, and he's searching, big chance!
¡Ay! Al cambiar de ángulo, por
half-time.
Dios.
Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Voluntários de cada
Barcelona
bloco
in control at
dirigem-se à
half-time,
sala de
2-0.
pessoal imediatamente.
There's the start of the second half. No reported change to either side during the break. And he's being shifted off it. Kimmich and Danilo. Modric. Oh, that's well spotted. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Modric. Oh, super find. Danilo. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, what a mistake! Belts one. Modric is onto it in a flash. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can hurt with their backs to goal.
Not the most accurate pass. Looking for the runner. And Dijk with the clearance.
Hola, bro. Hola, Bayer. ¿Cómo estás, mano?
And it's come back to the keeper.
Público
60
presente
minutes
na
played.
partida de hoje.
Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. Now the finish! Oh, it's fallen loose again!
Ay. Todo bien,
He's
bro.
missed, but not by that
¿En
far.
qué división
Yeah, I
estás?
think he's gonna be a
Ah,
bit disappointed with
estoy
that,
por subir
Peter.
al...
You would
Yo
have
estoy en
fancied him
el
to at least
quinto.
hit the target.
Entonces, Estoy por subir al cuarto, ¿eh? Estoy en el quinto ahora. Ta, 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 ta. Tengo el mismo equipo. Ah, tengo el mismo equipo. Ah, de verdad. ¿En qué división estás tú, bro? Ah, pero tienes que jugar para que suban. Y División 8. Tienes que jugar para que suben. Y subirle, o sea, entrenar, cosas así.
Santos can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Camisa 17. Camisa 11.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Deixando o campo
Danilo.
para a entrada de
Danilo tries making a foray down the right.
camisa 25.
Endrick.
Camisa
Endrick running with the ball.
Camisa 18.
Vitinha defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Jugamos a ver qué
Who's gonna
tal
play?
mis jugadores. Está bien cuando se acabe este partido, bro.
Endrick really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Has a goal!
Y
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Neymar. Nicely intercepted. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That has been cut short. That's been cut out, well played. He's looking to set free a runner. Caicedo. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Yamal. Oh, perfectly measured that. He might be in here. Mbappe! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Camisa 16. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He could be in here. Lewandowski. He has found the way through. Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this
se quieren
contest.
tirando,
Willing running on
tirando
one side,
patadas.
dogged defence on the other. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, good ball. It's Lewandowski! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Peter. A goal soon can bolster energy levels now.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's onside. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice ball, and he's in here. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Marquinhos makes the interception. Akanji cuts out the pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. no more, no less.
Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Corner.
Queda un minuto, 36, 30 segundos.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And the referee
Bro,
brings it to
tengo
a
jugadores
close.
también y no sé cómo
It's a
ponerlos
super
en
show
mi
all round.
equipo
Both sides
titular.
doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently
Mira, espérate,
undeniably
dame.
better equipped
Yo
than
te
the
voy a
other.
enseñar cómo hacerlo.
Mbappe picking up the man of the match award, and no surprise there.
¿Dónde están? A ver. Déjame decirte cómo hacerlo. A ver. Ejemplo, cuando tú vas a jugar ahí, son en la división, le das a detalles, ¿verdad? Entonces, si están en reserva, vas, busca lo que quieres. Por ejemplo, si yo quiero a Fede Valverde, supongamos Fede Valverde, le doy a Fede Valverde, luego tú vas a suplentes, lo sacas, le das a uno que tú no quieres en suplentes. Por ejemplo, este lo pongo ahí, pongo a Fede Valverde ahí. Y el otro jugador va a reservas. Ahora en tu 11 titular vas a suplentes, escoge el jugador que tú, por ejemplo, Fede Valverde, y voy a, por ejemplo, a Pedri ahí, pongo el lugar de Pedri y listo. Ya. Es como si estuvieras haciendo cambios. Espérate, ¿dónde está Pedri? Crea la Sara y mándame la contraseña para entrar, bro. Mándame la contraseña, bro. Si lo creaste. Ok. A las... Espérate. Entre amigos aquí. Crear... Buscar sala. Dice... Ok. 37... 22... 23... 8... 1. Buscar. Ah, ok. Es- Estado para los dos. Penales por. Estado para los dos. Y penales y por. Ah. Ah. Vamos a ver, chicos.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. The less
Anda,
said about that
demasiado
pass, the
duro.
better. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent finisher. Playing for the right team, he probably could get himself into double figures.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kostic. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Pedri opts to play it back. Looking for the run-up. Now it's Ferran Torres, and he's managed to get free. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a hit! Yamal bops him off it and wins back the ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He has found the way through. Hernandez wins the duel this time. Cristiano Ronaldo. Barcelona could counter here. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Palmer! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Barcelona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Pedri. That pass isn't the best. Back into the middle. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Muy bien.
Barcelona!
Me está ganando.
In front. He just absolutely speared that in.
Is it
Espérate.
just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was
Ta,
terrific
ta,
skill and
ta,
composure
ta,
from him.
ta.
He finished with such aplomb.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Has a go! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Dun, dun,
Too much on
dun,
it,
dun.
and that's the keeper's. Alexander-Arnold. Vardiol spots it and intercepts. He's going to be disappointed with that. Picked out. Oh, shooting chance!
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Yamal is in a really good position out wide. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Tries to get it clear. Palmer. And now a sudden chance to counter. Akanji with the foul.
¿Qué pasó a Kenji?
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned. Pass just lacking in accuracy. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Well read, nice interception. Timber. Can he get onto this? Pedri does well to get it back. Pedri charging forward, the ball at his feet. Ruben Dias.
Habrá un minuto de
It's
descuento.
beyond the defence. He's gone forward. Yamal.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type...
And there's the end of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6, el dorsal 8 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10.
Here
el
we go
dorsal
again.
19.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Cambio de jugadores Barcelona. El dorsal 28 será reemplazado por
Modric.
el dorsal 39.
He won't be happy with that one. Out to the right. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Oh, what has happened here? Can he put it away?
Ay, Dios mío,
And
Vinicius.
collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Cristiano and the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Hernandez. He's found a way through. That's tidy. No, he's not getting his way this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's bustling through here.
¿Qué?
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Donnarumma will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. And he's missed altogether.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Vinicius Junior. Some resolute defending there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Pedri. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Shapes to shoot! No mistake! Barcelona are back in business. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Timber. Played up towards the front line.
Las
He
asistencias
cuts
de
out the
partido
supply.
ascienden a
There's a
96.026
probing ball.
espectadores.
Bruno Guimaraes!
Did
It's a
you see
carbon copy of the
what
previous miss.
Barcelona really putting a few
about
chances
this-
together here. Taking one can
this
only add to
goal?
such good momentum now.
Yeah, but how does this go, bro?
Not the best
Oh.
distribution from the keeper. Sané. Chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Yeah, I do, bro. Okay.
Modric is there, and he can pick it up. Forwards and with intent. Just eases him off the ball. He's in a... It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Ay,
Goal! Barcelona!
¿qué pasó?
And they get themselves in front! Sane
see.
duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously
¿Qué
etched in his
pasó?
mind now.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Here comes the corner. Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. Plays the ball back. Oh, what a mistake! He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Knocks it out wide. Palmer. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's been caught napping.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Barcelona are definitely going about this the right way.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Vinicius Junior is wide and looking
¿Qué?
to
¿Por
get
qué lo
into this.
dejó correr?
Palmer. Cristiano Ronaldo.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe. And he's been shifted off it. The ball has bounced loose now. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Sane absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
¿Qué?
He scores!
Oh.
A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is...
Yamal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Lamine Yamal is offering a right smile there.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
He's having a go. Oh, good read.
That was well...
Header! Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And it's Sané. And the shot! Another big chance that gets away. Barcelona have their second corner now. They've played it short. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's a mighty effort. And it's there. And they are cruising away. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got...
And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Buen partido, bro. Ganaste bien. Ganaste bien. Mm. Nueve. Damn. Último partido. Solo me sirve una victoria, ¿eh? Me voy a arriesgar. Me voy a arriesgar. Vamos a ver. No, 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 no.
So it all boils down to this. The team so desperate to be up amongst the big hitters. And today, only a win suffices. It truly doesn't get any better, any bigger than this. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And that gets things running. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Dybala. That's been cut out, well played. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Paulo Dybala. His game's all about control and subtlety, rather than power and strength. But that doesn't make it any less effective. He goes past defenders with...
Pedri!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Pedri. Oh, that was vital. Yamal. And Fernandez. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Yamal!
No le vi.
That is certainly not what he had in mind.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Caicedo is there, and he can pick it up. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Upamecano. And he was quick to react. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's
Ay,
perspective.
¿por qué?
Yeah, whether
Falta.
they've been allowed to set the standards or not,
No puede
they're
ser.
setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Yamal. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, great ball! They've got to be quick to recover this. Alexander-Arnold engages and forces him off the ball. Van Dijk gets it clear. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Quality ball. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Ay.
Still goalless. Tries a shot! Goal!
Vamos.
Barcelona! And who else? Who else? This is what he lives for, taking centre stage yet again.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Rafinha could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. And they win it back again. And he's managed to get free.
just as I thought, Peter. It looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Has a go!
¿Qué?
Big relief, it just needed
No
better
había posición
contact.
adelantado y fallé. Hay que aprovechar el momento, dice.
Yamal. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's searching through. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish?
¿Qué?
Oh, that was
Ay,
nice, but
madre.
not quite the end product required.
¿Cómo es
Mbappe
posible que
deserves a
falle
lot of
esto?
credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Barcelona can try it again now. It's their second corner of the game. Pedri! He's missed, but not by that far.
Pedri usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
He's not got that quite right.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind. And it's Walker. Walker, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And there's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chop. Oh,
¿Qué?
he's got that wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the
Dios, no
context of the
puede
game.
ser.
Barcelona on the spot for parity. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence.
Fallas.
That was never missing.
Te van a ganar.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Oh, this looks sharp. And they're quick to get it back. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. Luis Skelly clears it away. And the whistle goes for half-time. Barcelona back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken.
He gets big! And he's there. And again!
Ay, Dios.
Leaping
¿Qué?
over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a little off target. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now, what about a counter-attack? Fernandez, and he welcomes it in. Mbappe is herring after that one. Now it's Rafinha. Fernandez. Vitinha. Yamal. Lewis Skelly wins the duel this time. It's a great ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Hola, hola Josué. ¿Cómo estás, bro? Yo juego. Ah, está bien. Después de eso, quizás hagamos una mano, ¿eh? Yo necesito ganar este partido.
Gets his pass away. Dybala. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Mbappe. And that could set him on his way. Donnarumma deals with it effortlessly.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Dybala. Vitinha.
¿Qué?
He expected better, and so did he. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Pinged towards the front line. And they're back on the ball again. Pedri. Vinicius Junior. Fernandez. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Musiala. That has been slung wide. Lewis Skelly. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. Hits one!
No puede ser.
And the comeback is complete.
Es
The
increíble.
invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball and it all came good.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, it's pretty obvious they have to change their approach if they want this, and they do.
El dorsal 6.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Yamal gets into some space. Mbappe! Mbappe! That was superb goalkeeping.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Gets his head on it. He's done very well to get to that.
Payet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. There's a real appetite.
Oh, shooting chance! Pass somewhat off target. Pedri. Now it's Rafinha. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Upamecano calmly anticipates. Barcelona trailing, but still very much in the hunt for their promotion dream.
It's great to see that there's still plenty of fighting spirit in them, but you might need a bit more than that just now.
He could be in here. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. He has found a way through. Kvaratskhelia going full steam ahead down the left flank. Caicedo.
Barcelona probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, well played, well
Oh,
played.
damn.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9 será reemplazado por el dorsal 99. Cambio de jugadores. Habrá 2 minutos de
Kvaratskhelia.
descuento.
And it's Kane. Fermin. Kane demonstrating his defensive quality there. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's fabulous. Referee looks at his watch and
Me,
blows his
me he
whistle.
descendido.
And so the lowest point, relegation.
No puede ser. Otra vez el bendito University. 6. Chicos, me tengo que ir. Otro día. Mañana. ¿Vuelvo ahorita o mañana? Gracias, guys. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora.